Hi there, Taurus. Love and light. Welcome, all of you. Welcome to your reading. One second, let me take a quick sip. Okay, we're here for you, Taurus. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's let loose for you, Taurus. Let's let it kind of hang. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but for a number of you, Taurus, I'm seeing that maybe you are even being like advised. I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe in some shape or form. Okay, in some shape or form, you're getting also you're getting maybe even you're kind of you're getting the idea, okay, that things I'm hearing are starting to I'm hearing look up, I'm hearing change, I'm hearing turn into something else. And it could be something that maybe either you took your time with or someone took their time with. I'm seeing that whatever this sort of space was, it again, I'm seeing it turns around. Like maybe at a certain point in time, you're like, I don't think they're, maybe you were in a relationship with someone or in some sort of dynamic with them, and you're like looking at their behavior or their body language or some kind of way, you're like, they're not anywhere close. I'm hearing to like getting comfortable. I'm hearing also with me, they don't seem like they're really like I'm hearing letting loose again as well. I don't know what that might be alluding to. Anyhow, it's like, then I'm seeing Taurus that, it's something that you kind of like, you told yourself you need to go home a little bit about. I don't know what that's alluding to. Oh, I always take it. Well, and then it's like, it gets to that point though, Taurus, where all of a sudden, like I'm hearing you sense, but I'm seeing it as like related to, I'm hearing arousal. Okay. Like I'm hearing this, it's a matter of the scent. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but you like almost you pick up on, I'm hearing I'm hearing the change in attraction. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like maybe you felt like someone was not ready for something yet. You're like, I don't think that they're even thinking about that. I mean, I don't think that they even like, I'm hearing they don't even know that they have a foot that they can thump like that. I don't know what that's alluding to, Taurus, but I'm seeing like a rabbit that is like, I'm hearing they just read. I'm hearing they're like a reader rabbit. Maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're like kind of like, I don't know, like very, very studious, or like kind of I'm hearing they're a researcher. Like, I don't know what that's doing. Anyways, and it's like maybe you thought like, oh, they never have they wouldn't have, like, they don't seem to have that inclination towards me of like being I'm hearing wanting to be more than friends. I'm hearing that as well. And then it's like, and then it gets to that point where it's like, again, it's like Reader Rabbit actually has, I'm hearing a really big oh my goodness. Okay. I'm hearing groundbreaking news, everyone. I'm hearing Reader Rabbit. I'm hearing the researcher. I don't know what, like, has I'm hearing a really great resource as well that he shared with me. I'm hearing that, and I don't know what, anyways, Taurus, let's not go there. But, okay, what I'm seeing is, like, to say it in this way, for a number of you, that there is almost, like, I'm seeing also, like, newfound access to a certain resource that someone finds actually incredibly helpful, maybe, for a number of you. That's the story. I'm hearing alternative. Okay, so all right, especially if you're studying and you're working real hard, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I could have used a Snapchat to get that done. I don't know what that's alluding to. Snapchat, what does that have to do with studying? Or I don't know. Anyways, it's like for a number of you, maybe like there's something where you're like, how do I get a leg up on this? How do I learn more about this? I'm hearing also, how people interact in the space. Like, I don't know what that's alluding to. Something becomes like so obviously simple all of a sudden as well. I'm hearing from a number of you where even you tap into a certain even demographic. Maybe you meet someone who has access perhaps even to a certain group of people demographic. Anyways, Taurus, I'm hearing California. In California, it may be connected to California in some kind of way, a star, the Empress. Anyways, for a number of you, I'm seeing like it is also perhaps in this way of like, where, again, you're, like, spending all this time, like, also, I'm hearing, like, you felt like you were investing in some space, but you're like, I don't blame it. I'm hearing I don't judge it. I'm hearing also, it needs time to grow. I'm hearing that specifically, and in Taurus generally being a very, quite patient archetype, but it always, right, depends on how many factors need to play. But, like, I'm seeing it, as like Taurus, like, you looked at some situation or some person and you're like, I'm hearing you don't really look like a party girl. Like you don't really look like, or a party boy. I'm hearing you don't really look like you know how to hang on the edge of like a party bus. I'm hearing that's like, I don't know what that's like. Maybe they looked at someone and they thought, maybe they actually they guessed like, oh, I don't think like you would be into like maybe that, or that you would be like also I'm hearing befriending me like that. I don't know what that's alluding to. But anyways, then it's like I'm seeing there is like a shift, and I'm seeing two people like sitting together, and then all of a sudden like they're just talking, like they're just friends, and like one person like kind of like I don't know, they kind of assume, and this came through in the Gemini reading, like they have this way of acting. I'm hearing like towards this person in a manner that is like kind of one of like appreciation for any stage that they're at. Like to say it in the way that they're not gonna like hang out with you only if like you want to do I'm hearing the act. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like they're kind of like they're like they're patient. I'm hearing they're like I'm not gonna like also like expect anything, okay? Like it's that kind of feeling. They're hanging out, they're friends, maybe it's gotten to the point where they've talked about this even at a certain point in time, and they're like, I am not like a fast mover in that way, okay, like in some kind of way. Anyway, something became really clear. And then it's like I'm seeing like Taurus, like you're talking to this person, and it's like then all of a sudden maybe it's like in the way that they dress, maybe something changes, I don't know what it is, but you're sitting with this person and you're looking at them, and it's like you totally like weren't expecting, and it's this type of feeling of like maybe in the past like that was really on your mind in some kind of way. Okay, like maybe you were like thinking, oh definitely, like we're gonna I mean it's gonna be done, like we're gonna be doing that. I'm hearing within at least like 2 days. I don't know what I'm hearing, 2 hours, I'm hearing 2 weeks. Again, I don't know what that's going to do. And then it's like you're sitting there, and I'm hearing like you're real sore. I don't know what that's alluding to. Maybe you're like actually like it's interesting. It's like kind of I don't want to say ironic, but it is a little bit, because I'm seeing like this one character, and this came through so clear on the Gemini reading, like this one character who was like the whole time spending all their time, waiting. Are you ready now? Are you ready now? You want to do it now? It's like then that one day like they're kind of like they're in that stage or period of like, okay, well I'm gonna just like I'm gonna just pass out. I'm gonna just sit here and like it could be figuratively, like I'm gonna wait. I'm patient. I'm here. I'm gonna and then they like kind of lose track of what that they thought that also the space was going to turn into or whatever, and they start actually really I'm hearing also like liking your friendship. I'm hearing becoming your friend. Anyways, and whatever that expectation was in some kind of way, or the thinking that this space would evolve in a certain way within a certain amount of time, they kind of like, again, they almost like they totally like they release that expectation in some way. So they're just kind of like they're just hanging out. Maybe you guys are just hanging out, and then all of a sudden like the vibe changes. Okay, and I'm seeing like Taurus, like if this is you, like you're kind of if you were looking at this person like waiting, then all of a sudden you're looking at them, at first you don't actually get it. Like I'm seeing like maybe they start to actually give you some kind of like sign, I don't know, and you're sitting there and you're like looking at this person, but at this point you're so unsuspecting, like you had long forgotten, okay, about like what you definitely, like you told yourself, you told your friends, like this is the future, this is it, this is gonna happen, like you totally forgot about that, and now you're just like you're in this moment just appreciating the space, like and then it's like now the future is here. I mean, the future is now. Now, this came through in the Gemini reading. Okay, the extended Gemini reading. Link is available in the bio box below. Feel free to reach it there. You can go to alchemy.com and you can click on the extended readings there. All right, that was that extended reading. Now, anyhow, dear Taurus, I'm seeing like you were not expecting this. Okay, you were not expecting also to talk about this. I'm hearing specifically like. Again, maybe you thought like, oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, so, and then it's like that moment where they make like a move towards you in some way, but that's so far out of your mind that you take it as just like it doesn't register, okay, like immediately, all right? And this person, like, again, they make this kind of like they make this also this advancement, all right? And then it's like, at first you don't get it, and then all of a sudden, like within a few, like, after they say that, then I'm seeing this person, like, they hold eye contact. Like, I'm seeing Taurus. If this is you, again, I'm seeing, like, you hold the eye contact, and then you start to realize, okay, like, wait, okay, they are wanting that now. they are hearing they're wanting to plant that seed with me. I'm hearing something, they want me to water it back, and they want it to grow. I'm hearing something, I don't know what, maybe it's a matter of commitment. And I'm seeing, like, it's funny because there is, like, someone who is, again, so unsuspecting of this. They're like, it's funny because, like, the circumstance completely shifts. Like, where maybe, you know, in the beginning, like, someone was, like, even chasing after this moment. They were like, you know, anything that the person would say, they would, like, somehow they would think, this is the time, this is the one, this is when they're gonna tell me that they want me. Also, this is gonna be the time, and they make that clear. And then after a while of it not kind of reaching that point, not happening, then they started to kind of like sling back in their chair. Okay, and it's like, and then, when the moment did come, okay, they were watching football. Specifically, like they were not. And I'm thinking someone, like, they're looking at this person, they're like William. I'm hearing, wake up. I'm hearing, I want you. Specifically, like, I don't know what that's like. All of a sudden, my watch coming off right here. It's so funny because in the readings, like, my watch, like, all of a sudden comes off, like, at, like, pivotal moments when specifically we're talking about timing. It's funny. It's interesting. And so anyways, it's like, I was saying, like, and then all of a sudden, like, the strength card, like wakes up. Okay, and it's like, what? You want to, do you want to do it? Taurus, oh my god, I don't know what whoever this is, they're like, they kind of are like, you're like, they totally, like, they realize it, but then they don't. Like, because they feel like they maybe, like, they talk themselves out of that space. Like, every time they thought it would happen, then they ended up always telling themselves, like, no, like, you know, it's not what I think, or it's not what they really want, or something like that. And so they're like, okay, so then you know, every time that sort of happens, they got into this rhythm, okay, where, like, they would repeat to themselves also certain mantras, like, to get themselves out of that space of thinking, or like they would try to get to that point of, like, also not getting excited about these things, like, automatically, so that it got to that point where their initial reaction, their immediate impression was, like, it didn't even cross their mind. Like, it was, again, like, the 30, I'm hearing the 30 time rule. You know, when they say, when you want to make a habit of something, you have to do it 30 times, okay? So, like, they did that. Okay, they're, like, maybe 60 days in, or maybe 31 days in, and they are no longer reacting, okay, to, like, that type of I'm hearing response, I'm hearing as well. And for number this, I'm even seeing, like, an animal that's been, like, trained in some way to, like, not react to something, and then all of a sudden, like, maybe, like, someone wants them to, like, it's so cute, actually. I'm seeing, like, a dog who, like, usually would, like, run up to their owner and, like, give them a lick on the face, and the owner was like, they trained them somehow, like, you know, please don't do that. Okay. Anyways, then it got to the point where, like, maybe one day, like, the owner was like, I really miss you, and I want you to give me a kissy, or something like that. Okay, I don't know. They were like, kissy, and then the dog, like, at first, like, they were staring at the owner, right? And they were like, I don't get it. Like, but then all of a sudden, the dog, like, remembered. Okay, like, kissy. Okay, wait, no, they want me to kiss them, and they run onto the owner. I mean, onto their chest. I mean, they run onto their chest. Imagine, like, a dog, like, running, like, up your legs, okay, and they run and they jump into your chest, okay, and they're like, they start licking your face, like, I don't know what that's alluding to. Maybe someone actually, like, they really miss someone, and they haven't been able to, like, react to that space in some way. Like, I don't know what, there was some form of even restriction, like, I don't know what that's about. But yeah, the Justice card coming through. Okay, wow, whoa, Daughter of Pentacles. Yep. Okay, I'm hearing that's everything. I'm hearing that's everything we've been waiting for, that we've been wanting. And The Star is mirroring her, the Daughter of Pentacles, and I'm hearing they're surprising them actually in their sleep. I don't know what that's about, the Moon coming through, mirroring the Daughter of Pentacles. I said Mother of Pentacles. Okay, no. I'm hearing it's a surprise. I'm hearing present. I'm hearing presentation. I'm hearing party as well. Okay, this could actually be an event that someone is throwing. And it's like, I'm seeing this person like somehow like they I don't know, they had this expectation, like they were telling themselves repetitively, oh, I think they're gonna propose to me. I think Marty is gonna like propose to me, and it's like it's like a movie scene that's like, it's like every scene in the movie is like the same, and then the ending is always kind of like I don't know, someone comes home and everyone's like, did he propose? And they all like they trample her. I'm hearing specifically, and or him, I always say, if you will, and it's like, or they, okay, them, and it's like, and then they, you know, they're kind of like, no, they like throw their book bag like on the chair, and they're like, I wasn't the chosen one. I don't know what that's alluding to. The Son of Pentacles, and it's like, maybe they're really disenchanted, and then so they got to that point where they're like, you know what, I'm not going to be chasing. I'm hearing, I'm a chasing dada. What's that song? Because I just keep chasing dada. What's that song? Okay, anyways, it's like this. So they got into this like cycle of thinking like, you know, don't think about that. I'm hearing as well, like, don't think about like the ending. Yeah, like I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, perhaps it got to that point where maybe even someone told you like, don't go in with expectation, don't have expectation. I'm hearing as well that someone's going to ask you out, and I'm seeing like, here comes Father Pentacles right there. Woo! I know what the Sun is. This could be your energy, Taurus. It could be also, yeah, I'm seeing for me, this is your energy. Maybe this is you who is proposing the Strength card coming through. I'm seeing bright red. I'm seeing a bright red, even fluorescent like button. I don't know what that's alluding to here. Chariot in reverse. I'm hearing ribbon as well. Okay, now, yeah, I'm seeing for memory, this is like a gift even. And maybe like this is even someone who like, they were like, are you gonna give it to me? Are you gonna give it to me? Are you gonna give it to me? And then like someone, like maybe even like a parent or like, not necessarily, but like the other person in that room or in that couple or in that dynamic, and somebody was like, not yet, like it has to be worked for, like not yet, like we're not going there yet. I'm hearing, no, we're not going to Disneyland yet. Like it was like that kind of feeling. Like, every time like the kid was like, all right, I'm hearing, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm not gonna wake up, looking for the prize in the cereal box anymore. I'm hearing every time it's missing. I don't know what that's alluding to. So cute. And I'm saying like someone here, like they truly were like disenchanted. Okay, they were like, I just guess I'm not the chosen one. Here comes the High Priestess right over the Six of Cups, like but okay, you could have been as well dealing here with the Pisces. You've got a lot of Sagittarius in their chart. I'm hearing they're scary psychic. I don't know what that's alluding to, but they maybe even they are perhaps related to you. They're like a really good friend of yours, perhaps even. I'm hearing they stay by you. I'm hearing specifically in the darkest of times, the Ace of Swords upright and the Three of Wands. Perhaps you have some sort of maybe they have some sort of, as you feel it, information about the situation in some shape or form that at a certain point in time, you, and it could have gone both ways, but what I'm seeing is like there was some kind of even expectation here that you didn't want to even like lean into, rely on. I don't know what that's alluding to, like anyhow. And it's like I'm seeing that at a certain point in time you're like, you're my cheerleader. I'm hearing, but you know what, I'm hearing there's nothing to cheer about right now. I'm hearing that specifically. I don't know what that's alluding to, like. And, maybe someone, like, stopped calling their friend up, like, I don't know, because maybe every day they would talk about, like, this one fantasy I'm hearing as well. And then once they stopped, like, having that fantasy, kind of, like, I'm hearing conversation, they were like, okay, well, I don't want to tip the iceberg. I'm hearing, I don't want to talk about that kind of even space, the Star upright and the Empress. And so they were maybe even avoiding like some kind of, maybe they were not avoiding, but like they were averse to even like thinking of or making some sort of claim about this particular connection. Now, what I'm seeing for a number of you is that the story then unfolds. I'm hearing, and it starts to also. I'm hearing that song "Wind Up." I don't know what that is. That by Rihanna? It's like "Wind Up." It's like "Wind Me Up" as well. I'm hearing specifically "Wind Me Up." I'm hearing that. Okay, Father of Swords, and I'm seeing it's in reverse, and I'm seeing like for a number of you. I'm here. Ooh, I'm smelling perfume. I'm smelling cologne. It's like a really. I'm hearing it's colorful. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, I'm seeing someone like suddenly like there's an arousal here with the Six of Cups. Like somebody starts to get like also someone else's like their I'm hearing their messages. I'm hearing also their story. I'm hearing they feel like there's a transformation of this attraction. Okay, for a number of you, this is like a connection that maybe someone was waiting to like take to the next level, or they were like waiting, they were expecting it for it to get to the next level. It had to do with the senses, in particular the physical body. I'm seeing it had to do with some level or aspect of also I'm hearing like PDA. I'm hearing like something like, I don't know what that's alluding to, maybe, anyhow. And so I'm seeing that for a number of you, like again, suddenly there is like something to talk about. I'm hearing specifically, I don't know, and at that moment this person was racing back, okay, and they're like, oh my goodness. I'm hearing they wrote me a letter. I'm hearing that specifically, Two of Cups in reverse. For number, okay, and it's like they for number, this was a dream. Now the Two of Cups and the Magician is like someone was like, oh my gosh. I'm hearing it was day. I'm hearing it was daytime here with the Father of Swords reverse, Eight of Pentacles upright, Ten of Wands upright. Like there was something that came true. It was like some kind of fantasy. I don't know what. And then it was like it was starting to get kind of clearer. I'm hearing more clear. Like now what was kind of like a question of hesitation suddenly starts to become more like something to talk about. Okay, like I'm seeing like maybe like to a certain point, you know, people were like, well, there's nothing to talk about now, like nothing really has moved forward, nothing has happened, there was no real progress. And then I'm seeing like maybe we're talking to Pisces about that specifically, and it was like, you know, then it got to the point where you were like, okay, I'm hearing now we can pass each other a few notes about this. I'm hearing, you know, back and forth here, the Daughter of Swords and the Lovers. I'm hearing, kind of like, I'm hearing pat each other on the back as well. Like maybe someone has reached also a certain stage they feel kind of proud of. I don't know what those alluding to. Like maybe they feel also though that there's a certain level of conversation maybe that has progressed. I'm seeing like now we're talking more, we're having real conversations, we're really and at this point I'm seeing specifically for a number of you, I'm hearing you're really I'm hearing the Price is Right here with the Hangman and the Father of Cups. Like maybe there's some kind of advice or information that someone gives you, specifically a Pisces, or for whatever you may pick up on some sort of news here about here this Father of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign, so we've got a lot of water. And or this has to do with the emotional identification of desire. I don't know what that's looking like. I'm seeing it as well in this way, Taurus, of like someone like is almost also like someone is wanting to get more like somebody somebody wants more experience. Ooh, okay. So I'm seeing someone even who hasn't maybe had a whole lot of maybe experience, perhaps even physically, and now comes the time where it's time, as they may feel it, to test certain theories out. And I'm seeing that they may actually reach out to a friend who they feel has a lot of experience here. They could be like a mentor, a guru, somebody who's got a lot of water in their chart, Pisces, somebody who they feel like uniquely has also perhaps an understanding of this character in some kind of way. Like maybe they feel like there's someone who can even read High Priestess in reverse. Somebody dealing with a medium, somebody who is a channeler, perhaps for a number of you. There's someone who you though like you really feel like super connected to them, but you feel as well like sometimes it's even like it's kind of I'm hearing it's like serious. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, you feel like things get kind of like so razor sharp clear that it's like, it feels like something serious. Like, it's not just like fantasy. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe something becomes like you feel like you're not just dreaming then. It's like, whoa. I don't know. It's something surreal maybe within this space where maybe even you feel like, is it right? I'm hearing, is it right to even like try and predict this space, or try and like somehow like paint the portrait of it? Like, I'm hearing in terms of I'm hearing like third eye awareness. Whenever you're wondering, maybe even is it right to fantasize? I'm hearing that specifically about this space. Someone's having a lot of like trouble with that though. I'm hearing even especially like sleeping. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe they feel a little bit like they're wondering, is it wrong? I'm hearing, is it wrong for me? I'm hearing to try and like also relate to them in that way. I'm seeing that this is a, like, I'm seeing someone maybe like, again, asking questions, even like how do like somebody feels like they're asking like questions that are a little risque. I'm hearing like I mean, this could even be like a cousin. I'm hearing like one of your friends or your pals, and they're like just starting to get into like some kind of like some kind of like even sensual space of experience, and they're like asking you questions like, so how does like, you know, the body work? Like, it's like something like that, like how, but like, you know, how does this part of the body work with that body, and that part of the body work with that part? You know, it's like there's someone perhaps who feels like maybe like they're also thinking like, am I also raising too many questions here? I'm very like for concern. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe they're thinking, am I also though like raiding their space? I don't know what that's about. Like, maybe they feel like there's something kind of like they're wondering like, is this like they're wondering like, is this right? I'm hearing it in that way. Like, should I be like also trying to raid? I'm hearing their mind like that. I don't know what that's a little bit. Maybe someone feels like also their mind is racing a little bit. But it has to do with them wanting to set an impression. Like, they're like, how what is the best way for me to also represent this space? And so they feel like in order to answer that question, maybe in some kind of way, especially physically, they feel like, or at least to represent that space, they need to kind of maybe ask like a lot of questions to completely understand it. And not that, let's say they would all be related. I'm hearing to whatever the space is. I'm seeing this is all kind of like theoretical or in theory. I'm seeing like someone is wondering like, I don't know, like maybe they're even asking like a parent for advice or something, or they're like even like, I don't know, like they're watching some kind of like I'm hearing porn. They're like watching something to like try and like get like I'm hearing to raise an eyebrow or two here. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe they're just like also, again, they could be different for everyone. They're fantasizing. They're thinking, what is it that I also physically, I'm hearing like want to do? I don't know what that's alluding. Like, maybe they're thinking like, you know, how does it work for a number of you? I'm hearing as well like, what would the theatrics be of that? I don't know what that's alluding to, but for a number of you, this is like someone wanting to gain some form of like, even, it's either like someone, let's say, reading on another person, wanting to gain insight into like, what are they like in the bedroom? Okay, I really like that. And also maybe thinking like, what's the dynamic? Like, what would the dynamic be like? And maybe they're like asking someone like, what do you feel like we would be like? I mean, if we were to be together. And then maybe they get to the point where they're thinking, is this like, they're thinking, is this crossing the line of like romance? Is it like tipping into the water there? I'm hearing like kind of like as like raunchy. I don't know what that's, maybe somebody feels like they don't know where the line is, perhaps with someone, but then they're feeling like they need to somehow address this space or understand it, due to the feeling that they must represent it in some way. Like they feel like they need to be an expert, like I'm hearing all octaves. I'm hearing of the announcement. I'm hearing that they make, like, even if they don't end up like reaching those levels, I don't know what that, like maybe someone feels like they're gonna, maybe present someone with, I'm hearing a kiss. I don't know what that's alluding to, but it's like, I'm planning on kissing them, and then they start like thinking like, well, the kiss can lead to that, and that could lead to that, and that could lead over there, or maybe. I'm hearing, I think that maybe I should, review that role. I'm hearing just in case. I'm hearing it eventually leads there, but I'm seeing like, but they feel so awkward. They feel super awkward, like even strategically thinking about that. They're like, I'm not really like ready for that. I'm hearing as well, maybe someone feels that it's like weird also to do that, like maybe to try and even get in someone's head like that, or to even like not just get, but to first somebody like maybe get inside someone's head, or to like review that like before the act, like. And I'm seeing that someone feels that there is a big difference between the vision, the imagination, and like the physical body. I'm hearing of experience. They may feel like when they also overlap that space, like the theory space has no relativity to the actual physical experience. I don't know what that's alluding to, but it's to say in the way that maybe someone feels that there are a lot of things that go into that space, and this could be something that someone's telling you. They're like, look, you can't plan it. I mean, you cannot like totally plan, what pops in, where. I mean, I don't know what that's alluding to, but whoa. There are a lot of, I'm hearing starting points and ending points. I'm hearing, and things can end up, in different places. We can't tell you. I'm hearing how Willie is going to wonk up, really. I'm hearing we don't even know if he's going to wake up. Specifically, I don't know what that's going to do. And I'm seeing like someone, watch coming off right there, dear Taurus. All right, the time has come. I don't know what that's going to. And it's like, for a number of you, I'm hearing, listen up, buddy. I'm hearing, tell me. I'm hearing, do you take a bathroom break? I'm hearing in between or not. I'm hearing like someone's like pushing someone, like they're putting someone on the spot. Okay, like they want an answer. They're like, tell me, please. I'm hearing, do I also talk during it? Is that something that I don't know what that's looking like. Someone is like, they feel like, gosh, they need like advice on this, but at the same time they feel and or someone may be like responding to them like, you can't have like everything ready, okay? Like you can go in with this idea, but it's not going to be like a dance that's choreographed, okay? Like you're not going to sit there and then slide them into position and then stay there. I'm hearing like the whole time. I'm hearing, I don't know what that's going to, but I'm hearing like someone maybe is trying to suggest that there is a factor of also maybe indifference, where like there is not going to be like, oh, for sure they're going to want to do that, or like for sure they're not going to want to do that, or I'm hearing specifically like, we don't know. Listen, I didn't tell the watch to do that. Okay, like I was taking this Taurus for a number of you. It's like, again, something may like someone feels like, again, like something's definitely gonna happen. It's time, but again, the question may be for a number of you, like someone may be saying like, what's the overall rule? Okay, and maybe someone's like wanting to think, what, like they're thinking, if there is a rule, what is it? And they're really thinking, what's the rule? And I'm seeing someone looks at them and they're like, look, everyone has a different tape. I mean, they have a different pace that they want to play it at. They don't all want, okay, like one thing. They don't all want it in one way. And I'm seeing like someone here is thinking like that they maybe need to actually like stop staring. I'm hearing like also at like material in order to understand this space, like in theory. Like they're like, I think they start to realize I'm not gonna get anywhere if I'm like thinking that I'm Theodore. I'm hearing who has like his vest wide open. I don't know what, like maybe somebody's imagining themselves in like some kind of state where they're I'm hearing very active. Like I don't know what I'm seeing. Someone like, anyways, and it's like, and in the Gemini reading this came through like someone with a vest on. Oh, I think it was also Libra. Anyways, and then I'm seeing like, yeah, I believe it's a Libra reading. Okay, now I'm seeing like someone though, Taurus, who they then like realize like, you know, there's a response to things. Okay, like, you know, I may appear like at first like that. Like I might show up at the door like that. Like my mirror, my jersey might be you know, worn. I'm hearing worn on time. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, it's like, you know, anyways, like I may time like also when I'm gonna like take my shirt off. I don't know what does, somebody's like serious like timing this out. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, I'm seeing like, I'm hearing amateur pro football player. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, the Strength card, 3 of Cups, 20 bars, 9 of Swords upright. Now for a number of you, I'm seeing that someone then like comes to this like, comes to the point of like, again, all of a sudden they realize they're like, you know, I could like tell myself also that I have it all perfectly planned out. But I realize that, you know, people are people, and, you know, I have a certain person I'm hearing also in mind that I want to impress. I'm hearing, and so do they. And so in a certain way, you know, I have maybe an expectation, you know, and they do too. And, you know, I have maybe a certain also expectation of how I see myself carrying my work out or carrying this performance out in some kind of way. And you know, whether or not that appeals to someone is not really something that we can predict. Okay, it's like, seriously, like we never know. Like maybe you know, you pop a question. I mean, you pop the question like with a ring in your mouth, and someone finds that like extremely, extremely attractive, or something that they cannot resist, or like, wow, like that's so interesting. And then someone else could look at that and be like, wake up! I'm hearing wasting time. I don't know what that, like, maybe someone would feel like that's not serious. Like, again, you never know. Like, everyone thinks that, like, something is funny and something is not, right? Like, everyone kind of has a sort of, a taste of humor, just as they have a certain taste in a certain dish. So it's like, if, you know, you think, like, well, you know, I'm hearing also to size matter. I don't know what this is alluding to, like, so much sex. I mean, there's Scorpio, I'm hearing strongly. Okay, this came in the Aries reading. Oh my. Okay, and the extended reading, that was, like, basically I'm hearing a civil rights movement when it comes to, like, sexuality. I don't know what that's alluding to. Anyways, I'm gonna open this this window here, Taurus, and I'm seeing, like, again, there's some kind of, someone gets, like, they have, like, a wake-up call in some way, all right? They feel like, you know, again, like, my version of also maybe I'm hearing pleasure or, like, lovemaking is going to be totally different from the other person, maybe, or at least my expectation of it. And I have to go into that with an open mind and just kind of, like, not feel also that I'm being tested on it and that I have to get the answer right. I'm hearing that as well. And so for a number of you, I'm seeing that you get to that point that you realize that you don't want to have to, like, also have, like, I'm hearing a radio that you dial up, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Like, at every point in time, or, like, you know, someone who you, like, even, like, you call to kind of, like, compare, like, notes on, like, hey, I'm seeing, like, someone even on a date, and then they go to the bathroom, and they're, like, they call their friend, they're like, hey, buddy, here, bud, I opened the bottle of wine, like, at this point in time. I don't know what that's alluding to, okay? Libra, I'm hearing strongly Taurus, and I'm hearing, like, you know, is this like the way you do it? I don't know what that's alluding to. And I'm seeing, like, someone, they respond and they're like, look, I'm hearing Calvin. I'm hearing Cavis. I don't know what that's alluding to. They're like, listen, you know, it's not like a bro code thing. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, I'm seeing someone's like, they feel like someone doesn't maybe get the stereotype. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, they feel like maybe they don't get the strategy. I'm hearing, like, go big or go home. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe someone responds to this space and they're like, it's not about, like, a captioned image, okay? Like, it's not like every person's going to have the same picture and everyone's going to write out the same caption at the end, like, at the bottom of the page. I don't know what that's alluding to. Taurus. I don't know if this is your energy or someone else you're dealing with, but it's a little tricky. And so for a number of you, I'm seeing that there's something of like something that you're pacing, that you're timing. It's taking somewhat a period of also months here to perhaps plan out or prepare for in some kind of way. Thanks so much for tuning in, Taurus. Always take as you will. Love and light to you. Always a matter of personal perspective and perception. Love and light. Bye. Bye, Taurus. Oh, one more thing, Taurus. Woo! Something here. Dear. Oh, it's important. I'm hearing important news. The Hierophant and the Hermit on the floor here. They were upside down. I picked them up right before I almost turned off the camera. The Hierophant and the Hermit. For a number of you, I'm seeing that there's something that you are like saving. I'm hearing you're like holding on to. I'm seeing that there's something that is a really big deal to you. I'm hearing like, again, like you want it to be something considered sacred. Like it's something that you want to also like be authentic with. I'm hearing in some way where you're like, I don't want it to come off as like also something that was just like, you know, popped out from like a magazine. I'm hearing like, I want it to be something that is cherished. I'm hearing on my end and on theirs. Okay, so love and light. There could be some kind of proposal, maybe someone's planning to make in some way. There could be some kind of even like official. I'm hearing, you know, some sort of stage that someone sees a certain experience moving through that they may be kind of strategizing and they really perhaps want to take their time with that. Love and light to you again. It could be taken in a term of ways. Always a matter of perception. Always a matter of personal interpretation and intuition. Always huge personal intuition, Taurus. And again, it's always right, not necessarily in every way. Always a matter of personal interpretation, perspective. Be taken, perceived, interpreted in a number of ways. Bye, Taurus. Bye.